Good evening and welcome to Mount Vernon High School for high school volleyball on this Wednesday night. The Marauders hosting the Panthers of North Central. Great to have you with us as we continue our volleyball coverage here on IndianaSRN. Troy Nergowski along with Coach Keith Myers. Big battle tonight. Two teams played last night, and we always talk about how busy the fall season can be. Marauders pick up a win over Guerin Catholic 3-0. And North Central ended up losing to Fishers 3-1. So we're kind of seeing two teams, one kind of heading in one direction, the other one really kind of trying to find their footing.
Mount Vernon at 5-3, young season, played last night, as you mentioned, plays tomorrow night against Pendleton Heights, a conference opponent. And if you know anything about this conference, it's a big, tough conference because not only Greenfield Central is in this conference, Yorktown is in this conference. So Shelbyville, all those powerhouse volleyball teams, Delta is in this conference. So not an easy task tonight and simply not an easy task tomorrow. Coach is happy with the way they played last night. They came out aggressive and they really didn't keep Guerin even close in the game. Game one was pretty close. Everybody else was pretty spread out. That's what she's looking for again tonight at 5-3. North Central at 5-6, building a season. Very young. Coach says very young, inexperienced. Only have a few seniors on the ball club. I think they only have 5 seniors on the ball club. Everybody else is junior or below. So we'll see how it determines. Anytime you play volleyball, anybody can beat anybody else, and just like any other sport.
Well, North Central, a team used to playing very good teams, too,
yes,
as is Mount Vernon. And when you go play Fishers like they did last night, again, they lost it 3-1. Talk about the balance you see. You mentioned they only have perhaps 5 seniors on this team, so they're trying to maybe still find their way as a young ball club, but they've got some talent.
Well, you know, and that's the thing. It's still young. You're 11 games in. You're going to play 15 more, so you end up with 25, 26 games. I would think by next week you should have your rotations down. You should know who's going to be doing what, and I guess we can play what that looks like after next week, because then you only have 3 weeks in. One thing about volleyball is we talk about it all the time. It's the shortest season other than the spring sport. It's literally 10 to 11 weeks long, and then you got to be ready to play a state championship early November, because basketball now, with the girls program the way it is, it starts the second week of October.
Right.
So most of your volleyball kids are still playing volleyball when it comes to basketball season. I don't know why they did that. I would love to see them stretch that out. But, you know, I'm not the czar of volleyball in Indiana.
Keep an eye tonight for the North Central Panthers. Jada White along with Ellie Kramer and Maddie Folman. Those will be the 3 players that'll play at the net quite a bit. And then we look at those that'll kind of spread things out a little bit. Audra Mason along with Rose Stratabala. On the other side, Mount Vernon, again, a dominating win last night. And it wasn't just 1 or 2 players, Coach. I have 6 listed here that were major impact players last night in that win. As you said, the first one was close, but then as the match went on, I think it got down to the final match where it was a 13, 14-point spread, and they won that one easily 3-0.
You got to look at J.C. Jones. She's had 67 kills on the season. Sierra Hoverston has 66, and Olivia Morgan has 45, and it goes down from there. The problem with Mount Vernon is they can't be consistently getting it over there. Serving has been an issue. You have in the top 3, the highest is 9 consistent. You need 11, 12, 13 to do you any justice. But when it comes to kills and blocks, Mount Vernon, that's where they're the strongest, and I think that's where they will key in on North Central tonight.
Yeah, last night when you mentioned J.C. Jones had 6 kills, Jasmine Henderson had 8, Ava Whitmore 11 digs and 31 assists in the win.
That will work for you.
And then Sierra Holverson, as you mentioned, 12 Ks as well as 9 digs on the night. So, again, very balanced ball club. By the way, the one thing I noticed about last night in their win against Guerin, they had 0 receiving errors. Now, they didn't serve as well. As you said, the one thing they didn't do well was about 88%, and they've been above 90 most of the year. But when you get 0 receiving errors, that means your offense is on the attack all the time.
The thing that we should watch tonight is how well they play tonight, and then tomorrow night you're fortunate with Hannah that you're going to see the Guerin Ball Club against Chittard, same equal class. We'll see how that is. Mount Vernon has always been a dominant team in 4A, and I think Coach is hoping that they're on the upswing to do that again.
By the way, last night as well, speaking of Mount Vernon, their hit percentage at .356.
That's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. And their kill percentage at 47.8. And they won that last set 25-12. When we come back, we'll get things started here from Mount Vernon. It's the Marauders and the Panthers on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back once again here at Mount Vernon. Tonight's matchup brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer and has been since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Northwestern Mutual, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Laborers District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page daily with updated sports news coast to coast. Go to IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Let's talk about keys to this one. You North Century coming off a loss last night. Probably one of those you really felt you should have played better than you did. Now you got to come in here where it's always a tough place to play no matter what sport it is, and you got to find a way to turn it on after last night's loss. How difficult is it to come back after losing last night, come back 24 hours and try to do it again?
You're on the road again. That's tough.
Yeah.
Back-to-back road games. Difficult. Young team, you got to motivate them. It does not help at all that you're playing a Mount Vernon team who came off with a big win and a big signature win against Guerin Catholic. So for North Central, they just got to get off to a quick start. They got to play within themselves, and then they have to be consistently hitting the ball, getting the ball over the net, not panic. Don't panic when it comes to key thing. For Mount Vernon, pretty easy. All you got to do is set the ball well, hit the ball well, and block the ball well. You do all these things well, you win. I really feel like Mount Vernon's coach Samantha is really happy with their ball club where they are right now. 4 more games, I think she'll be really happy with where they are. But when I coached this thing, I told our coaching staff, let's not worry about game 1 through 7. Let's worry about 7 through 25.
Right. By the way, not many tournaments left either. That means Saturdays will be wrapping up pretty quick.
Yeah, and now because the first 2 weeks, you're in an invitation, you're playing. I think somebody told me the other day, some team played 9 games.
I believe it.
On a Saturday, and it's like 9 games.
Get him in while you can.
I guess.
By the way, the latest IndianaSRN Power Volleyball polls are out.
Look
you like
at
that?
You. Power Volleyball.
Yeah. Castle number 1 in 4A, followed by Yorktown in this conference. Hamilton Southeastern, New Pal, and Crown Point.
New Pal is also in this conference.
That shows you how tough it is. In 3A, Northview number 1, followed by Tri-West, Roncalli, Danville, and Hamilton Heights.
Roncalli is the team to watch. That is a powerful, powerful 3A school.
In 2A, Tecumseh number 1, then South Adams, Western Boone, Woodland, and Park Heritage.
Now I'm telling you, number 7 is LaPel. Don't count the Bulldogs out. They may be there at the end of the year.
And in 1A, Fremont number 1, followed by Evansville Christian, Trinity Lutheran, North Davies, and Shakamak.
Faith Christian is number 6. Trinity Lutheran has been consistent year after year after year. This could be the year.
All right, we're ready to get this one underway. North Central in their traveling red. Mount Vernon will be in their home blacks to begin this one here this evening. As Coach had mentioned, we'll be back on the air tomorrow. We'll have Guerin and Bishop Chittard.
Doubleheader. You got the volleyball game. Ben and I will be traveling to Beech Grove to watch the girls' soccer match on tomorrow night.
Very good. And then, of course,
high school
football on Friday night.
Troy has maybe an interesting game.
Yeah, one of the least interesting of all is probably Brownsburg.
Cathedral number 1, Brownsburg number 2. Fortunately, we have Hanover Central, who's in the top 10 in 3A, Chittard, and in the one that Ben gets to go to down to Evansville Memorial, Evansville North. Those 3 games are wonderful games to watch. If I wasn't working, I think I would watch all 3 of them at home at the same time.
Oh, you're working? Oh, that's right. You're doing the
I'm doing the Chittard game.
Yeah. Well, you can always get a little TV and set it next to you and watch it.
Yeah, but be concentrated. I think Mr. Doyle, Coach Doyle, would let me to concentrate on their game.
I bet he would. We're ready to go. Mount Vernon, after that dominating win last night, hoping to make it 2 dominating wins in a row against North Central.
Mount Vernon wearing black with their gold sleeves. North Central, the customary red with the black. This first time we've ever had North Central on IndianaSRN. So welcome, North Central fans.
Audrey Mason, the senior, will serve. Good crowd on hand here tonight to see these 2 teams battle it out. Set to the left side, good block. Kept alive there by Sierra Holverson. And then miscommunication backside by Jada White, the outside hitter. Unable to get to that one, and Mount Vernon gets to the first point of the match.
And Sierra is only a junior, and they went to her right away. That could be the key here.
So side out Marauders, JV of Mount Vernon won both games, so they picked up a win earlier tonight. Mount Vernon, short set to the middle. Big swing that time by Olivia Johnson.
See the rotation there? Nice job.
Nice swing, though, but a little bit too much there by Jasmine Henderson. See a change once again here for North Central. Coming out of their lineup will be Katia Sendelweck. And side out here for Claire Akers, only a sophomore. To the outside once again. They're going to go back to Henderson.
Oh, double.
Had a nice double block on that upside right, and then the point just off of the outstretched arms of Henderson. Point will go to the Panthers.
You mentioned the JV game. A lot of young kids on the JV team for Mount Vernon. Coach Samantha was telling me Their program is really, really young. She's licking her chops for the next couple of years.
Yeah, you're talking about how young that North Central is. There are only 3 seniors on this team from the attack line for Mount Vernon. So that was, by the way, Holverson on that attack from the back line, and the point will go to Mount Vernon, side out now for the Marauders. And here is Avery DeLello, the libero for Mount Vernon. Well, a lot of teams like Mount Vernon, they can just wear you down.
Yes.
North Central's really want to keep this thing close down the line, and it'll be Grace Isaacson getting the point there for North Central, and checking in will be Jordan Hunter, a sophomore. Ellie Kramer.
She will go deep on this ball.
Marauders go to the middle again. The overpass, and it will cost the Panthers on that one. Nice play there by Ava Whitmore.
Filling each other out. You notice that both teams are, once you get in a rhythm, though, it is really hard to stop. That momentum just carries you through.
Tied at 3 here in the first set. Play at the net. Nice job on the touch there by Isaacson.
J.C. Jones was right there at the net. She needed to say touch. So number 13, Ava Morgan, could have come back and hit that ball. No communication there. Watch that communication in the front. That's got to be evident there tonight.
+1 here for North Central. Marauders back on the attack on the outside, but not this time for J.C. Jones. And now a 2-point lead.
And this is the start probably North Central would really like to see.
Yeah. Rose Strabala, just a sophomore. Several sophomores getting a chance to play for the Panthers. Free ball now for North Central.
There's the help.
Great block, but it goes out of play. Give the point there to J.C. Jones.
Communication much better there at the front of the net.
Aubrey Dowling.
She leads the whole entire team in digs.
First service error of the night. We mentioned last night they were just under 88%. They've been above 90 throughout the year. Side out here, Jada White. How about that set to the middle? And that they've been kind of looking for that for Olivia Morgan.
And I think she hit that ball pretty well.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is, I mean, that's down. That would hurt if you stepped in front of that. Maybe we should send our camera guy down there and see if he could maybe bring that back up.
I wouldn't mind. 6-5. Ball clipped the net on the serve to the outside right, and the point once again, it'll be Lucy Kaiser there for North Central, and back to a 2-point lead. Well, so far we haven't seen momentum by either team really take over. Generally, you're going to see something like that happen. Panthers serving well.
There she goes.
Well, they go that short set to the middle once again. Olivia Johnson with the kill.
And the pop, it's a short pass. It's just barely over that net. She's timed it so well. It's stroking that down. There's no way you can return that. There's no way you can get that up.
A lot of times you don't see teams at the high school level do that short set.
Mostly college. Yes,
yeah.
You're right.
Overpass cost them. Olivia Johnson gets the point, and those are the kind of mistakes you really must avoid.
And that opens the door for your momentum that we were talking about.
Yep. Tied at 7, side out Marauders once again. And there's an ace. McKenna Thompson. And now what was a 2-point deficit is now a 1-point lead.
She's going to go to zone 5 here.
Is that zone 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Oh.
From behind the attack line, the swing by Holverson. Little sweep with the right hand and the point. That'll be Ellie Kramer, the senior.
I'm not knocking the officials, but back in the day, Troy, if you would have came over the top like she did, you would have called it carry. Now the kids are so talented that they can actually do that and not really carry the ball. Game has changed that drastically.
Mason on the serve and the point. 9-8 North Central.
You know, when I coached this when we played on dirt.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. My wife keeps on saying, well, when the wagons were around.
That is a long time ago. Marauders, their receiving error on this one. They had no receiving errors last night. And now they're down by 2. We go back and forth. It was 3 unanswered by Mount Vernon, and now the Panthers coming back with 2 straight of their own. Short set to the middle, and that time it was Whitmore trying to, pass it across. Whitmore to the middle again, and they found that corner wide open. Nice play there by Olivia Johnson.
They have read that pretty well the last couple of times. Right now, it just looks like Mount Vernon is off their game, just a touch. That's a nice little touch.
Yeah, they haven't found that what they're looking for offensively yet. Down by 1. Holverson on the serve. The back set near side and unable to get to it was Sendelweck. And the point will go to the Marauders. We're tied at 10. No separation of any significance yet by either one of these two teams. 3 has been the highest. As Holverson on the serve. Let's see what the Panthers have in store. They go to the senior on the big swing by Kramer, and that's going to be in for the point.
Look left, went right. That's pretty impressive.
Back to 1 now for the Marauders. Sierra Holverson, one of the many juniors on this team. That one hits off the basket, which is playable. Free ball now for the Panthers.
Go deep.
Went to the middle, and again, there is the senior Kramer getting the point.
I would have liked to seen that a little bit deeper, but nice location with that ball. At 11-11, North Central's feeling confident here. Last
night, Mount Vernon won their first set 25-21. Then it went 25-17, 25-12. So maybe they're just slow starters. Great block up front. Free ball again here for the Panthers. To the outside left, and the point. It'll be Jada White, the senior. So 2 seniors coming up big now for the Panthers.
That's Jada White's 49th kill of this season.
So right now it is White and Kramer that are doing the job for the Panthers. Back the other way, Marauders go outside left to Henderson. Back set. Nice swing, but into the net as Isaacson can't get it across. And we're tied at 12. Boy, who's going to get that big separation first?
Well, this could be a 25-23 game.
Could be. Everything looks to pretty much head that way at this stage. Panthers once again outside White. Back to the short and middle. Big time swing and a kill by Olivia Morgan. That's almost automatic for them so far here tonight.
Morgan came in tonight with 45 kills. I think she's already had 2 here tonight. That's 47 on the season.
Yeah, she had 7 last night. Holverson at 12.
Impressive.
And then Henderson at 8. And that'll be a service error. That is the second by Mount Vernon.
I have a new slogan, and when it hits the antenna, we will now call that the candy cane.
The candy cane.
I'm stealing that off the Eastern Hancock broadcast team. I told them I'm going to take it. I got it.
There you go. Big swing outside by Henderson. Free ball again here for Mount Vernon, trying to take a 1-point lead. Short, middle, and again, it'll be Olivia Morgan.
Isn't that setting? Candy cane. It's red and white. It looks good.
It's a great observation, though.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, Troy. Appreciate that. The crowd is not, the student body's not even in the game yet. They're not even yelling or screaming yet.
Do they even know they're at a volleyball
I don't
game?
know.
How about that swing near side once again by Isaacson, and we've got a 2-hit by Mount Vernon.
Excellent official on the ladder. Talked to him. He did the state finals a couple years ago, did the city finals last year. Says, I'm glad that you guys are here today. If I make a mistake, let me know. I said, just watch the game. You'll see your mistakes.
Strabala on the serve. Tied at 14 in the opening set. How about that? Cross court. It'll be Henderson with the kill. And it's back to a 1-point lead.
This is now where you got to make your run.
Side out, Marauders. This will be Dowling. Oh, I haven't seen all of Mount Vernon in their games this year, but maybe they just are slow starters.
Some teams are that way.
Boy, the pass not quite where it needed to go for Jordan Hunter. And so the point to Mount Vernon, and now they lead it by 2. Well, you could really put the pressure back on North Central, get about a 5-point lead right here. Free ball again here for Mount Vernon.
Go
Short
deep.
set.
There you go.
Big swing there by Jones. From behind the attack line, wide on the hit by Lucy Kaiser, and now it's a 3-point lead.
Get that ball past the 10-foot mark. It's really tough. That's really tough to bring that back up.
Can the Marauders extend it to 4? And a deep serve again. That'll be number 3 now on Mount Vernon. Well, as we have learned, if you're going to miss on the serve, you'd rather have it go deep than hit it into the net, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because the player on the back row might try to go for it.
But either way, you want to hit it over. You want to get it in net. Touch.
Oh, my.
Got to get away from the ball.
DeLello was the person who touched it, I do believe.
Sometimes that ball has eyes. It comes to get you.
Yeah. Back to a 1-point lead. Side out once again. Jada White, who's played well tonight for the Panthers. To the outside. Big time swing. It'll be Sierra Holverson.
You've called her name a couple of times tonight.
Well, you can see why between Henderson and Morgan and Holverson and Johnson.
They just take turns.
It's quite a few players to try to focus on to stop, and so far the Panthers have not had that kind of luck. Nice swing there by Sendelweck, and then the point will go to Mount Vernon.
Back-to-back Holverson.
Back to 3.
You could push this to 21, would be nice.
Boy, how about that knuckleball, huh? Free ball again here for the Panthers.
Oh, good hips.
Yep, great job there by Whitmore. Soft touch at the net by Holverson. And then down the line, able to get the point, Panthers.
Mount Vernon did the right thing. They were going to go to that corner. Nice recovery by North Central.
Kyra Grant will now serve the libero for North Central, down by 2 here in the opening set of play, and that'll be their first service error. They are a 90% plus team coming in. McKenna Thompson in.
Now this is what, as a coaching staff, all you got to do is get to 5. And you tell your kids, all you need is 5 points.
Sounds easy, doesn't it?
Harder than you would. Going to call it, Carrie?
And I think we may have a carry on this one. Could have been even a net violation that time, it looked like, on Ellie Kramer. So now the lead at 4. That is your biggest lead of the night. Can the Panthers hold on to the outside? Great play there by Dowling. Back the other way. Big time hit again by Holverson.
Look for a timeout here.
Last night, as we mentioned, Holverson had 12 kills and 9 digs.
You know, when you got people next to you that think they know the game.
Like all the fans, right? That's going to be a lift, I believe.
Well, you know, I don't think our executive producer has ever went to a volleyball game because he brought his Gatorade, he brought his popcorn and everything else. I don't know what he was thinking.
We'll take a timeout, 23-17 Marauders.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Marauders side out, leading at 23-17 following the timeout by the Panthers. They had stayed nip and tuck this entire first set. That'll be the 4th service error. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. For more information, give them a call at 317-849-0810. Mason on the serve, down by 5 to the outside. Big time swing again by Holverson, and a great save. Kept alive. Free ball now for the Marauders. Not a great set, but adjusting is Johnson.
That was all on Johnson. She had to go back to get that ball. That's a nice play.
Set point.
The fingers are up. That means 1 point away.
Holverson on the serve, and that'll do it. First set in the books. Marauders 25-18.
Watch this. That's just a nice way to end that as Mount Vernon wins game 1.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
Is very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Back once again here at Mount Vernon. Upcoming games, want to remind you that as you see the score of our first set here tonight, we have volleyball action tomorrow, Guerin and Bishop Chatard. I'll be there for that one.
I'll be at this one. Ready for this one?
Soccer.
You know, it's great. Soccer. It's Beach Grove and Covenant Christian. Friday night, though.
I'll be at that one.
Brownsburg Cathedral. That should be a fun game.
At Marian University,
yes,
by
sir.
the way. And I believe that the press box is air-conditioned.
Okay. Also down in Evansville Memorial taking on Evansville North. And Hanover Central taking over Chittard. We had that game last year for a regional game, I do believe. So welcome to them.
Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. For more information, call 317-472-7600. Also by Boilermaker Local 374, where they represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or a facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermaker Local 374 to do the job right the first time. All right, we saw Mount Vernon got that momentum late in the set. They go on to win the first one, as you see, 25-18. They will serve. It'll be Halverson serving now here in set 2. Let's see how the Panthers respond. Not the set they were hoping there to White. White back to the outside, cross court. Nice job defensively there by DeLello.
Oh, that's tough. That's a great play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's going to be Ava Whitmore down the line.
That's just concentration. Just goes after the ball. Look at a spot and get it.
Panthers get blocked. Did it stay in? No, it did not. So we're tied at 1. Side out again for the Panthers. This will be Kramer. Well, we went back and forth. It was a 3-point lead, the biggest lead we saw in the first set. And then we were kind of wondering who was going to take over at that point, and then it turned out to be the Marauders. They got a couple of short sets in the middle, and they just right now, the Panthers have no answer for that.
And, I mean, we talked about that. One of the keys of the game is blocking up front and just slamming the ball and slamming the door shut on North Central, and they've done a good job of doing that.
Olivia Johnson at 6 foot. Tough to stop in the middle.
She looks taller than 6 foot,
I agree, yeah. Maybe she has, with her shoes on, she's 6'2". 2-1 Marauders. Good block up front. Ball kept alive, but I think they're going to get a lift on this one. Or two, it's going to be a double hit instead.
You know, back when I coached with my wife, we would set the kids on a platform and then take their picture, and then we would list, would list them like 3 inches taller.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
For an intimidation
factor on paper.
That'll be nice.
Guess what?
It didn't work?
No.
Because when they saw you come in the gym, they're like,
she's not 6'9".
6'9". Well, you really fudged on that, didn't you? 3-2 North Central. Touch there by Morgan. Back to the outside, cross-court attack by White. And that little push in the middle gets the point. The campfires, we've learned to call that.
Whoa, you pulled that one out of the hat.
You know where I got that, don't you?
Coach Hannah.
That's right. She'll be back with us tomorrow when we go to Bishop Chittard for that matchup. Tied at 3, side out here for Whitmore. The back set attempt, it didn't go very well. Parrish able to push it across to the outside right, cross-court attack. Yes, J.C. Jones. You know, one thing about, I'm sure a lot of these players all played club volleyball throughout the summer. They probably know each other pretty well. 4-3 Mount Vernon. Especially if you ended up playing in Munciana. Big strike behind by Halverson. Short set middle once again, a little bit too short there for Morgan. And that will go against the Panthers, and the point for Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, of course, not that far from the Muncie area. So we have a little bit of a talk here by Jada White.
Hancock County, yellow card on the coach. No, yellow card on number 14 because of jewelry. Next time will be a charge timeout. You know, these, and no offense to the girls, but these girls see the Olympics, they see pro athletes all wearing their chains and their earrings and their rings, and now you come on the court, and it's just not allowed in high school sports. And now you can't get the earring out of the ear, and now you have to force a substitution.
Yeah, that's Jada White will have to come out. Well, we always have to adjust when you come in with your bling.
Well, my big change, though, it would glare off my head because of my bald spot.
And all your diamond rings and everything. Panthers after that brief timeout, and that was pushed wide. Point will go to Mount Vernon.
Let's clarify, my diamond rings are the Walmart quarter churn thing. That's
out of a vending machine type thing?
Yeah, that's
6-3 Mount Vernon. Panthers. The double block up front. Take your pick. You had J.C. Jones and Olivia Morgan.
I told my son he shouldn't bought his wife an engagement. He just go to Walmart and churn the knob 5 or 6 times. Save him a little bit of dollars.
Yeah, and just convince the...
Maybe that's what Nick should do with his future bride.
We'll talk to him about that. Then you just got to convince the bride-to-be is the Panthers. Free ball here for Mount Vernon. Back set, cross-court attack, and the point by Jones.
And now the stretch. Timeout, North Central.
8-3 your score, Mount Vernon.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back once again here at Mount Vernon. The overpass costing the Panthers, and they're down by 6.
You think, I think you might be right. Slow starts, now all of a sudden, momentum.
Well, the Panthers cannot afford to make many more mistakes, and they make one right there. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. They are a prestigious healthcare company. Passion to Care, driven by decades of expertise and the drive to go above and beyond. Give them a call, 317-537-1811. That is the 5th service error by Mount Vernon. One of the few things tonight they have not excelled on as much as they have everything else. Side out here for Kaiser.
If you're North Central, you need to run off about 4 or 5 points here.
By the way, I think Jada White did finally get that earring out. There is going to be a change, though, here, as we'll see Mason coming in and Parrish coming out. If they were counting my dribbling the ball like that, I'd, fake him out.
I love this official. He just saved them a rotation. Move number 8 just 2 steps closer to the net so she's not out of rotation. That's great officiating.
Marauders. Soft touch once again.
Where's that at?
Well, I tell you what else she call it? The donut?
No, the donut and the campfire.
Campfire.
Mrs. Myers was warming up her hands.
She also called it a donut. You got the donut hole.
Is right. The donut hole's right there, too. Yes.
Yeah. But it is the campfire.
Hannah, I hope you're listening because I'm trying to pick up everything, trying to help Troy out.
Yeah. Side out, Marauders. Panthers to the outside. Short set to the middle, and then the block up front. Nice play there by Maya Loy.
Back row's got to get to the center of the floor.
Good look again at Kyra Grant. To the middle. Almost unstoppable again. There is Olivia Morgan.
Olivia's cashing in tonight.
You know, think about the set, how good this has to be, just the touch.
And it's right, just right there.
Yeah, right at the net.
Yep.
Back to 7. Panthers having to battle from behind all night long, especially, you shouldn't say all night long, in this second set, but that'll be Sendelweck with the point. I want to remind you, tonight's game brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation needs. That will be a service error, number 2 now in the Panthers. For more information on Piper Logistics, give them a call at 317-396-1023. McKenna Thompson serving now for Mount Vernon. Lead at 7. Panthers will give it back. No real attack that time.
She asked for the ball.
And the misplay there by the Panthers. It'll go back over now to Mount Vernon. They lead it by 8.
Man, I tell you what, when a player is asking for the ball and you just deliver, they just love you.
Another good serve by Thompson. The overpass cost him on the outside. That was Isaacson trying to get to it, but another mistake there by North Central.
And you see Sierra Hoverson backed away from the net to make sure the official knows that she did not touch the net. The ball vibrated that net.
Lead at 9 is the biggest lead all night long. Another set that was off the mark. Halverson able to keep it alive, gets it back. The double block up front thanks to Kramer once again.
I think if the ball comes up here, you should keep the ball. You got it in your budget. You may only lose 8 or 9 balls a game.
They got a whole basket full of them.
I saw the baskets full of them.
What's 2 or 3 to them, right? To the outside left. Good swing, and the point, Holverson.
You think the AD would like that? Maybe suggest that?
If you want to go down between sets and ask him.
I guarantee you he wouldn't have us coming back. He would say, well, just take it out of your bill.
Visma Erkmanis coming in, a sophomore. And will be serving now with a 9-point lead here in the second set. Marauders try to go up 2-0. The overpass, back set, big time swing there by Johnson, and another misplay back in the lineup there, Jada White for North Central.
You did not see it because I was off camera, but it hit one of the metal support beams that high up in the air.
Lead at 10. Excellent serve. And did it get across? No, it did not. Might be too big of a deficit. Looks like we may get another timeout. Mount Vernon leads it by 11.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's matchup brought to you in part by Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, make sure you choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. For more information, give them a call at 317-328-2555.
Hey, I spotted Batman in the stands today.
I see him too.
Yeah. I thought he lived in Gotham City, not Mount Vernon.
Gotham City. He moved.
Oh, okay.
So is everybody else. Everybody's moving to Hancock County.
I guess so.
So an 11-point lead. Boy, that overpass will kill you every time. And there to make him pay, Olivia Johnson.
She came into the game with 24 kills. She's had 6 so far tonight. That's 30. That's a pretty good clip.
We mentioned it in the pregame. They have so many different weapons for Mount Vernon. Double block.
Oh, my goodness.
Take your pick. You had Olivia Johnson and Jasmine Henderson.
I give that to Henderson. Now you push 5.
You know, it's hard to believe. I know that Mount Vernon, record-wise, you look at them and they're not that far over the 500 mark, but they must have played a really tough schedule.
Well, they'll continue. Tomorrow, literally, Pendleton Heights is no sleeper in Hancock County.
21-7. There you go. That is Jada White once again able to get the point. Maya Loy will come back in, side out now for North Central. The senior Ellie Kramer. Long way to go here for the Panthers. Mount Vernon outside left. The attempted block, not there. Jasmine Henderson. Coming out of the lineup will be Olivia Johnson, side out. Avery DeLello now serving for Mount Vernon. They're going to go to zone 5. We're stealing signs now. Another ace.
Where would I go back? Would I go back to zone 5?
I would.
Okay.
Change here again for North Central as Claire Akers has checked out of the lineup.
I think she might just do that.
By the way, Nellie Smith has checked in. There's another ace right inside the line.
That's pretty impressive. When you can put the ball right there, and now game point.
24-8. Now Vernon trying to wrap this second set up very quickly and decisively. The overpass cost him again. That's several times they've done that. Take a look at the replay on this one. Very dominating in the second set. Boy, you overpass at the net against Mount Vernon with the size they have. They'll get you every time.
Yep.
25-8, your final in the second set.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. Also by the IndianaSRN sports page. Wall-to-wall sports news every day. High school, college, pro sports, we have it all. Check it out on IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Also by Indiana Labor's District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And don't forget about Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Give him a call at 317-894-7000.
I would like to have that girl in my moves. Just shake. That's how I used to move.
Which girl's that?
Down in the pit.
Oh.
See the girl just.
Okay.
That's how I used to move.
Is that who were you yelling at a little bit ago?
Yeah, I told her, get on TV.
And she's like, who's the weirdo up there?
Guy who's broke his hip, he can't even walk up the stairs. 25-8, 25-18.
Well, that last one was domination by Mount Vernon, and now they'll go for the sweep here. What is your message if you're on the other side, knowing that you played pretty well in the first set, lost it late, but they were really not even in that second set, so North Central's got work to do?
Well, it's not over. You win this one, now it's 2-1. So you play the best you can, and you just force them to play 4 games. The interesting thing here is Mount Vernon is changing their lineup a little bit.
Well, they got to get a spark somewhere. I thought they kind of lost some energy in that second set when they started falling down.
North Central?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
And nothing was really working for them. So here is Audrey Mason on the serve. Well, not a good set. That was intended there for Olivia Johnson, but I think Whitmore just kind of lost it. So Panthers off to a good start. Free ball once again on the overpass. Panthers unable to take advantage of the mistake. To the outside, down the line, the point. Sendelweck, the junior, and it's quickly 2-0 North Central.
And you've given them life. Now they believe.
Another good serve. Near overpass, the short set there for Johnson. To the outside. Kept alive off the swing by Sendelweck. They go deep, and another miscue. And all of a sudden now it's 3-0 North Central. Hope Hennesser in the lineup now for Mount Vernon. Now we talked a little bit ago about the play of North Central, as there's another miscue by Mount Vernon and how they get their mojo back, and all of a sudden now Mount Vernon has nothing going for them.
The frustration here is you put in a whole new bunch of players, and maybe they don't have the same intensity, though that was a spike down there.
That's Hope Hennesser. And so they finally get that goose egg off the board. Coming into the lineup will be J.C. Jones. And also returning will be Sierra Holverson.
Well, there you go. Now you brought your normal kids back in.
Now, the last thing you want to do if you're Mount Vernon is give the Panthers any extra life. The ace there by Holverson.
No, you're right. You know, if you're Mount Vernon, you want to end this because you don't. If you go 2-1, you have no idea what Game 4 will bring in. If you're 2-2 now, you're on the end of it.
Another overpass cost him, J.C. Jones.
Because how many teams have we seen, Troy, over the years, was down 2-0, made it 2-2, Game 5, wins one, a squeaker 16-14, because you just can't get back up. You can't catch that momentum.
Yeah, you got to really be careful. Plus, you play tomorrow, Coach.
Yes.
If you're Mount Vernon, you're playing Pendleton. You want to be as fresh as you possibly can for that matchup, being a conference matchup. From behind the attack line, big swing there by Holverson. Panthers trying to get the point once again. Is the ball going to be kept alive? It
nice
is.
Free ball.
Look out from the middle. Ellie Kramer once again.
They have put together a pretty good string here.
Side out. Sendelweck once again here for the Panthers. Down by, or should say up by 2, but they will make it 1 now. Third service error by North Central. Avery DeLello. Saw this in the first set where North Central hung tough till we got to about the 17, 18 point mark, and then there was separation. But in the second set, it was all Mount Vernon. Great job there by Holverson. Back set. And the block up front by J.C. Jones.
Telegraphed it. Everybody knew where she was going. Nice job by Jones.
Now you feel that momentum going right back to Mount Vernon. Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? Servers that genuinely care about their service to you as well. Make sure you try out Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville. You will not be disappointed. How about that swing down the line? J.C. Jones doing it again.
I want to thank Aspen Creek Grill. We did our football show there and our volleyball show. Excellent people, excellent food.
+1 now, Mount Vernon. They were down by 4, and now they lead it by 2.
They put on the gas, didn't they?
Yep. Got a little wake-up call there when you're down by 4, huh?
When your eyes get big and go, whoa, what's going on?
So Mount Vernon back in control.
And actually it was the juniors that did it, not the seniors.
Yeah. Boy, they're going to, that conference, as you said, is a killer no matter what. But you can imagine what that sectional might look like?
It's the same. Some of those schools
same
are
ones
in that sectional.
Yeah. Nearly kept alive there by Sierra Holverson.
Well, you got Yorktown, you got Delta, you got Mount Vernon, you got Greenfield Central, you got Pendleton Heights, you got Shelbyville. Who am I missing? I mean, holy smokes, right there alone.
Did you say New Pal?
New Pal and in Newcastle.
Unable to handle that one was DeLello.
How would you like to play that on a daily routine? You know, this football conference.
Yeah.
You know, Mount Vernon, Greenfield, New Pal, Pendleton Heights. Those teams are going to be competitive football-wise.
Short set in the middle once again, and with the big swing, Olivia Morgan.
And I will tell you, the Shelbyville Ball Club is much better than they have been in years.
Yeah. Well, they've been rebuilding, so.
Well, they're the real deal. I think they'll be okay.
Mount Vernon +1, side out Marauders. Whitmore serving. Back set. Try to dump it in the middle. And we've got a whistle and a double hit there by Mount Vernon.
That was caused by the player who fell on the floor and ran into the player, because you have to protect yourself, the double hit.
Side out, North Central. Here is Strabala, the sophomore. Panthers trying to extend this to 4. Boy, it wasn't clean, but somehow J.C. Jones sidestepped the set on that one and still was able to get the point.
And that was a very late whistle by the officials because I think Mount Vernon was continuing to play on because they didn't hear the whistle.
Mount Vernon +1. We'll be back over here in week 3 of the high school football season when Mount Vernon, there's a big-time hit. Jada White. Mount Vernon will be hosting Greenfield Central.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks. Greenfield Central that week, and in week 4, they play their opponent, New Pal. How? Yeah, I think the athletic director needs to reschedule the schedule.
Yeah. Good luck.
Brandon's down there tuning into SRN.
There's an ace. Jada White coming up big. Play at the net now on the serve, and now North Central leads it by 1. Where the Marauders may be celebrating a little bit too much after that second set win. A little give and go, not hit well there by Hennesser.
Guys, set your feet.
Lead back to 2.
Little life there in the North Central bench.
And Jada White doing it again. Back set right down the line. Panthers, good swing by Sendelweck. And back the other way, left side, Hennesser. Back to 1 now. We'll see another change as Johnson comes in for Mount Vernon. Coming in there for North Central will be Nellie Smith, just a sophomore, as they'll try to bring a defensive specialist in to help on that side. Good swing on the outside by Sendelweck.
See how she forced that ball all the way deep?
Mount Vernon, little soft touch. Ball returned by Hunter. Kind of waiting on that one, and then the cross-court attempt by Leah Kay is long. Back to a 2-point lead. Well, Mount Vernon bringing several different new bodies in. That'll be Aubrey Dowling checking in. They're down by 2. So some combinations maybe that you don't normally see, but that'll be Olivia Johnson.
I think a lot of that is, Troy, because they're 8 games in.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it before. You work that 8, 9, 10 games, and then you get to that place where you feel, okay, these are the 6, here's the 8 that's going to carry me through.
Visma Erkmanis on the serve. And unable to make the play at the net there, Ellie Kramer. It was another one of those balls that was kind of an overpass.
You know, you look at Hamilton Southeastern last year, Coach Young had 16 kids could do it consistently. That's rare to find that you have 16 kids. I think he had 11 Division I players on that team.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Receiving air there by North Central. Mount Vernon takes a 1-point lead.
I would have loved just to have one Division I player on my team.
No kidding. Another receiving error. And how about Erkmanis and the serving she is doing? Another change, and we'll see Claire Akers come back in. Today's game brought to you in part by Clean Slate. You can find your future in the cloud. They're a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed, and innovation. For more information, you see that play. Did it stay in? Yes.
Wow, barely.
Clean Slate. If you'd like more information, call 866-885-3249.
Thank you, Mr. McLaughlin.
Lead at 3 now for the Marauders. Thanks to Erkmanis, who's really serving well. Don't you love it when you can bring a player off the bench and they make such a huge impact?
And all of a sudden you go, hey, I've just scored 4 points.
That's right. This is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Now does North Central have enough to come back in this one?
Oh, my goodness.
And that's hard for anybody. That's kind of one of those tweeners. Yeah,
and
the
ball
knuckle.
was a knuckleball.
Yep. Everybody wonders why a knuckleball is so hard to hit, because when you're looking at it, you really can't believe you see what you're seeing.
That and a drop ball always got me.
Lead at 5. That's going to be a point. Nice play in the middle once again by Kramer.
You're talking about knuckleball. Woody Williams. Remember Woody Williams played for the Chicago White Sox?
I don't know anybody who played for the White Sox.
Oh. Well,
how are they doing this year?
Well, they're not doing very well at all.
Here's Mason on the serve. That'll be their 4th service error, and they can't afford to make those.
I think them and the Cardinals are about equal.
No, nobody's as bad as the White Sox.
Okay. It's in your hate mail to.
We'll get hold of Sean, and he'll tell you.
He'll straighten me out.
Yeah. Sierra Holverson on the serve, +5.
You know, North Central coach has to think we were right there.
Yeah.
And then we've let it slip.
Yep. Yeah, missed opportunities for sure. Down by 6.
Oh, look at that play.
How about that joust at the
Nice.
net will be won, though, by Sendelweck.
Kramer did a nice job there.
So every time you think maybe Mount Vernon will take off, you see the Panthers coming back. Deep middle serve from the attack line. Big time swing by Holverson.
She's played really well tonight.
Yeah. And if that's not bad enough, then you turn around, you bring in Olivia Morgan.
There's the 4-headed monster there.
Yeah.
Push 5.
DeLello on the serve. And a good serve it was. And somehow it's going to be good. Gracie Isaacson able to get that one inside. Did you call that the candy cane? Was that what you called it?
Well, yeah, you could. Yeah, it's inside the candy cane.
I didn't want to steal your line.
No, you don't have to. No, it's yours. You can have it all year long.
Because I know you stole it.
I borrowed it.
+5 now for Mount Vernon. Back to the outside. Great block up front.
Got hit in the face.
Either Hunter or Isaacson there for the Panthers.
They're not going away, Troy.
Only down by 4. By the way, the referee was not ready yet.
The funny thing is, he was looking down. He sees it. We go, whoa.
Wait a minute. Kramer's like, let's go.
Come on. I had a point.
-4 here for the Panthers. Short set to the middle. When you need a point, guess who? You go to Morgan.
Morgan playing pretty well.
Morgan just took a shove there from Holverson, too.
You know, we watched that, and the girls could probably hurt each other by just shoving each other.
+5 side out, Mount Vernon.
Some football players get hit harder when they get on the sidelines.
So only 4 to go to win. Panthers will have a free ball here from Mount Vernon. Short set back to the middle. A little bit too much this time by Morgan.
Panthers will have until September 3rd when they play Warren Central, a conference opponent, is their next contest. We talked about Mount Vernon. They travel to Pendleton Heights tomorrow night.
Side out here for Strabala. Still down by 4. From the attack line, deep in the corner, and good. How about that shot there by J.C. Jones?
And when we have time here, we want to thank Mrs. Kirby and the Booster Club to take care of our crew tonight. Thank you, Mrs. Kirby. We appreciate you. Brandon Eckert, the athletic director. Fine folks, right when we walked in the door, whatever we needed.
+5 now for Mount Vernon. From behind the attack line, good swing there by White. Back set right, and another point. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 317-686-6239.
Oh, surprised them.
Panthers free ball here for Mount Vernon. To the outside left with a big block up front by Jordan Hunter.
Nice job by the sophomore.
Side out, Jada White. Still a 5-point lead. A long way to go here for North Central.
Yeah, you can't make too many mistakes here.
To the outside once again. Not a great set there for Hennesser. Hennesser once again. Good swing play at the net, and they're going to say net violation, I believe, against Olivia Morgan.
You know, I don't know if that second ball actually cleared the net. I think that ball, that looked weird to me.
Still at 4. Great serve by White. Panthers, can they make their return? They will. Another free ball here from Mount Vernon. Short set, little tap, and this time Morgan went soft. We are at match point. We got to really read that well and read it quickly, don't you?
Yeah.
That corner's not always what it appears to be.
It's not what it, yes.
Olivia Johnson started to come out of the lineup, and she was quickly brought back on the floor. Panthers down to their last point right here. Can they stay alive? They will, thanks to Sendelweck.
That's when you just go, I wish my arms could move differently.
Kyra Grant. Still match point. Oh, and what a way to finish it out with a service error, as North Central played well in the first set, and in the third set, they will lose it 3-0, 25-18, 25-8, 25-20. Your thoughts about this one tonight? Mount Vernon prepares for a big matchup tomorrow.
Mount Vernon now goes to 6-3, feels pretty good about themselves going to Pendleton Heights. North Central goes to 5-7. Lots of things to work on before they go to meet Warren Central on September the 3rd. Thought Coach might be coming up, but she waved me off, so I think we're pretty much done. We want to thank our sponsors tonight.
All right, want to thank all of our sponsors, and they include Reynolds Farm Equipment, along with Passion to Care, Boilermaker Local 374, Wheeler Mission, Burtner Electric, the Morales Group, Northwestern Mutual, Indiana Labor's District Council, and the IndianaSRN Sports Page. Thanks for being with us. Mount Vernon wins it tonight, 3-0. We'll see you next time here on IndianaSRN.